Hey folks, I'm Dave with Cigarnoise TV, and today we're taking a look at the Byron 19th Century. We also reviewed the Byron 20th Century, and you can read that review by clicking the link in the description. Today, I've got the Grand Poema size, measuring at 6x56, and coming in at an MSRP of $33 if you're looking at twoguyscigarshop.com. According to the website, Byron began in the mid-1800s and was named after Lord Byron, the poet. And then after changing hands several times, Nelson Alfonso reclaimed the family's brand in 1998. And he now produces these cigars in a small factory, undisclosed, in Costa Rica. With the 19th, 20th, and 21st centuries of Byron blended to match the Cuban styles of that era. And Cigar Authority reports that Nelson Alfonso was the mastermind behind the design and packaging of several well-known marcas, such as Cohiba, Montecristo, Partagas, Romeo y Julieta, H. Upmann, you name it. And if that lineage wasn't impressive enough, the tubes that these cigars come in is about as neat as it gets. According to their website, the Humi-Tube allows for the cigar to receive uniform humidification during travel. And you can see at the bottom there's even a small sponge that allows for the tube to be self-contained. Everything from the artwork to the innovation from Byron is nothing short of fantastic. So I'm linking to their website as well in case you want to read more about the brand or the Humi-Tube technology. After removing the cedar sleeve, we can see that the cigar is beautiful. It's wrapped really well. The seams are very tight. Every inch of this cigar feels like what you would expect when you're spending 30 bucks on a cigar. Upon lighting the Byron, the first flavors to grab my attention were salt-free crackers, gentle notes of cedar, minute amounts of hay, cream, and an undeniable Cuban twang. The smoke hits the palate like velvet and is absolutely devoid of any heat in the retrohale. And at this point in the game, the only negative is that the finishes way too quickly on the Byron 19th Century. It's too clean, too quick, and I just want to savor it more. Here, citrus notes intertwine into the profile, and once again, just like the 20th century review, I'm convinced that I'm smoking Cuban tobacco. But either way, the binder and most of the fillers remain undisclosed, so we're really never going to know. But I'd bet a box of Byrons on it. Dropping the ash, I'm met with a decidedly deeper experience. While the bready notes are still pervasive, ginger and cardamom really join in early in the second third. And that ginger-esque spice continues to linger in this segment, which is a plus. Cocoa and muted notes of apricot add themselves to the mix around the halfway point. And cedar begins to play a lead role much more so than in the beginning. And speaking of the beginning, the retrohale that was so gentle and smooth at first now has a lot of oomph to it. Doesn't make it any less enjoyable, but it does require a change in frequency. Entering the last third, Byron once again doubles down and gets deeper, continuously revving up from the beginning. The creamy texture that was present in the first 2/3 of this cigar now dissipates as cedar, cardamom, and even a bit of lime take the stage. Bready notes dominated the first 75 minutes of this cigar, but now cedar is king. And then just when I think I'm done with surprises, coffee and almonds join in the last third. An almond latte, if you will. If the Byron 19th Century were an artist, it would be one of those artists that begins playing in a crowded airport and no one knows who they are, only to find out later that it's the world's leading pianist or something similar, and that their concerts usually sell out for crazy amounts of money. It's a shame that more folks haven't heard of the Byron brand, but given the price, it's likely to stay that way for a little while. And that may just be their intent, since it's a very small factory in Costa Rica producing small batch cigars. But if you do pony up the price of admission, I think you'll be pleased. And I would recommend pairing this with an aged rum or an espresso macchiato to bring out some of the more subdued flavors. To read our score of this cigar and to rate it yourself, visit Cigarnoise.com at the link in the description. And you can also download the Cigarnoise app for iPhone and Android to join the fastest growing social cigar app on the planet. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.